Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4325 Southeast King Road here in Milwaukee. We're located at the front of the home. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout just to the right of the front doorway. It's got a 3-inch cap on it, but it's 4-inch line. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Looks like it's the lens cleaned up here. I'll zero out the camera length counter right at the base of the cleanout. And here we go. Now that little dangly thing from the top of the pipe there looks like a cobweb. That is not looking like a root there. Yeah, there's a root intrusion there, right there. We've got a lot of trees and stuff right here in the yard. It looks like our roots start here at about 6 feet out. We've got a good size one right here. That one's blocking up a good portion of the line. That one's completely capable of causing a blockage and a backup. Yeah, there's a couple of these little spots here at the joints where we've got small little dangly items there. They're so gunked over with, they could be the very start of a root intrusion. The problem is that you can't really tell the difference between that and a cobweb that's dangling from the top of the pipe. You just don't have much to go on, as opposed to the roots we just saw there a moment ago. We have a fair amount of debris buildup on the sidewalls here. You can see how thick that stuff is. Yeah, this line is definitely in need of not only repair, but a hydrojet to clean the debris out. There's a lot in there. And I would re-scope after any jetting work to ensure that it was cleaned properly and that the pipe, you can get old pipe like this sometimes, and you can have spots where it's worn out, and that's where the debris will collect. Make sure we don't have any of that going on. I think we have another root intrusion possibly right here. There's that big ball of junk hanging from the top of the pipe. We have something sticking out of that. That appears to be a root there. We also have another item hanging from the top of the pipe just to the left of it. And then we got a big whole bunch of stuff built up right here that looks like there is a root right at that turn. Like it's very hard to get my camera around that turn. Transitions here over to concrete pipe at 30 feet out. We might have roots just about starting to come through here. We do have some stuff kind of bulging through the joint, but again, they're covered up with toilet paper and stuff. It's very difficult to get a good look at it to discern whether it's roots or something else. Given how many trees are in this front yard area, this would be one of those lines that it's kind of a matter of time with concrete pipe. Roots almost always get in if they're around a sewer line long enough. If you do a repair on it, I would look into doing a full update by liner. The line drains well if you subtract out all the roots. It's a good option. You don't have to dig anything up. You line the old pipe and have a brand new line just like that. But you can see on the sidewalls how much debris is this thing looks like it's backed up or something before, because you've got a whole bunch of debris collected 2 inches or more up off the sidewall. That or the main lateral may have backed up. Now here at 61 feet, we have reached the main. We're going to let the line drain out completely, and I'm going to locate just to verify where the line terminates. Okay, located the camera head successfully out the main lateral on King Road. We're going to go ahead and reel back. Hey, right now we're at the front of the property, just a few feet before the sidewalk. I'm getting the camera head here at about about 5 feet to 6 feet deep. The cast iron is blocking the locate signal a little bit here, so just use a little caution when digging. But it looks like our furthest out root intrusion here appears to be right here at the end of the cast iron pipe. Beyond that, I'm not seeing any obvious roots coming through. So we're going to map this back all the way to the clean out. Basically all the cast iron pipe I'd recommend swapping out. You can do spot repairs, but it's usually just better off to replace it. Alright, we're getting close to the clean out here. This is the most significant root intrusion we have. The one that's out at 28 feet looks like just the start of one. There is the possibility that it's something else other than that, but the things that are dangling from the top of the pipe are plenty thick enough to be root intrusions. So anyhow, I do recommend this whole cast iron section here, basically to the sidewalk area, be updated. Again, it is still functioning if you were to get those roots cleaned out of there, but when you start punching holes at each end of the line, you're often so much money ahead just to get it replaced altogether. And we've got a root here at about 2 feet in, and more roots here at about 7 feet, and then I believe we also have one at about 28 feet out. So for that reason, I do recommend getting it all replaced. We've got huge trees in the front yard. A lot of times this is merely a matter of time before, especially with old pipe like this, it's just kind of waiting for it to happen. I push back out here to show this one more time. The reason I think we've got roots here, again, we've got this big clump of junk on the right side with that, it looks like a little root finger poking out from it. It looks like on the left side here, there's so much junk in the line though, that honestly, it could be something else other than roots. We also have a big bunch of stuff. It's hard to see just inside the corner there. We kind of have a look at it here. So this can happen just because of the corner in the line, or the turn in the line. It can cause debris to collect. Anyhow, this is one that if you did a hydrojet on it, you might be able to get a better look at the joint to see if it's opened up. But it's best I can tell here, and it's directly straight out from the large tree in the front yard. It does appear to be what's going on here. But you can do a jet on this thing and maybe get a better look. You might see an opening there in the joint. It might also be debris buildup. There's a ton of it in the line. So either way, I recommend jetting this thing to get all to descale it. Make sure a rescope's done. You can see how thick this stuff is on the sidewalls, and that honestly could be concealing stuff that we can't see right now. So I'd get it rescoped. And you could do the jet first. That way you get a better look to know how far you want to take the repair. At this point, in my opinion, I would take it all the way to the sidewalk. And I would look into the cost of a liner too, because you could jet this thing, clean it all out, and if you could line the entire pipe to the main for a comparable price, or maybe a 25-30% more than the spot repair here, I would say just line the whole thing, fully update it, and then you're not going to have to worry about it for a very long time. Well, that would be my recommendation here. Our major roots though are right here, starting just in front of the clean out and extending out, about 7-8 feet from the clean out. The one but there's a chance it's not.